Welcome back to the deep dive from Tips Moto. We're your source for that real high-stakes football analysis, especially for all you Kenyan bettors out there.
That's right.
Today, we are zeroing in on a huge Europa League quarter-final. It's Lyon versus Manchester United.
Yeah, massive game.
So our mission basically is to cut through the noise. We're going to look at form, team news, that head-to-head history, give you the insights we think you need from us here at Tipsmodo.
And it's a fascinating matchup, this one. At Tipsmodo, we've been, keeping a really close eye on both teams. Leon, first off, they're coming into this looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, I saw that. 7 wins and 10.
7 and 10, yeah, and actually 6 of their last 7. So real momentum building there. And they're scoring goals too, 19 in that same period. They're definitely finding the net.
Wow, 19 goals.
Yeah, and, even that last win, 2-1 against Lille, their manager was banned, right? But they still got the job done. Shows a bit of grit.
Resilience. And their Europa League journey, that's been solid too, hasn't it? The stuff we track at Tipsmodo shows they were decent in the group stage.
Yeah, finished 6th overall in that league phase format.
Right, and then absolutely hammered FCSB. What was it, 7-1?
7-1 on aggregate, yeah.
Yeah.
So they mean business in this competition.
Okay.
But there's always a but, isn't there?
Oh, what's the catch?
Well, it's their history against United specifically. That's a key thing we always look at Tipsmodo. They've actually never beaten them.
Never, in 4 meetings.
Never. And kind of worse, they've let leads slip in the home games against them before. So there might be a bit of a, psychological thing there.
That's a really interesting point. So the big question we're asking here at Tipsmodo is, can this Lyon side, the one that's in form, finally break that pattern?
Exactly. That's the narrative going in, isn't it?
Okay, let's switch over to Manchester United then. Domestically, it's a bit of a different picture.
Yeah, quite different. 13th in the Premier League. That's not where they expect to be. Not at all.
Definitely not. But like you said, their Europa League form, that's been strong. That's something we've noted at Tipsmodo.
Absolutely. Completely different story in Europe. They're undefeated in the competition this season. And that win over Real Sociedad, 5-2 aggregate.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes really turned it on there.
Oh, absolutely. That hat trick in the first leg basically sealed it.
Yeah.
And our Tipsmodo analysis flags up another trend. They're really good in the first legs of knockout ties.
How good?
Unbeaten in the first leg of their last 11 Europa League knockout ties. 11.
Wow, okay. That's significant. That's a strong record to take into an away game.
It is. But, you can't completely ignore the domestic side. That recent draw with City, okay, maybe acceptable, but then losing to Forest,
yeah,
it shows some inconsistency.
And from our perspective at Tipsmodo, you just feel the pressure mounting, don't you? This competition, the Europa League, it feels like their best shot now at Champions League football next season.
It really does. It feels crucial for their whole season, actually.
Yeah.
And, while their league form is up and down, our historical data at Tipsmodo shows United generally do okay against French teams in Europe.
Right, so they've got that going for them, even playing away in Lyon.
Yeah, a bit of positive history there against League One sides.
Okay, let's get into the specifics. Team news for Lyon. We flagged a couple of key players missing at Tipsmodo.
Yeah, definitely. Ernest Nuama, he's out for the season with that ACL injury. That's a big blow. He's a real attacking threat.
Ouch.
And Malik Fofana is out, too, with a knee problem. So that kind of limits their options up front a bit.
So who steps up?
Well, our analysis at Tipsmodo suggests this puts even more focus on Rayan, Cherki. The kid's having an incredible season.
Yeah. What are the numbers like?
You get this, 9 goals and 18 assists overall. And 8 of those assists have come just in the Europa League. He's absolutely crucial for them creatively.
18 assists.
What?
Wow. He'll be marked tightly, you'd think.
You'd expect so. Elsewhere, we at Tipsmodo reckon Nemanja Matic, the former United man, will be key in midfield. Probably alongside Tanner Tessman and maybe Corentin Tolisso.
Right, trying to control that midfield battle. And Maitland-Niles at right back. He seems pretty settled there.
Yeah, Ainsley Maitland-Niles seems likely to continue there. Yeah. So if we're piecing together a potential Lyon lineup based on our Tipsmodo insights, maybe Perry in goal.
Okay.
Then Maitland-Niles, Mata, Niakate, Tagliafico across the back.
Sounds plausible.
Midfield, maybe Tessman, Matic holding.
Yeah.
Then Cherki, Tolisso, Almeida perhaps, supporting Mikotadze up top.
Okay, yeah, that looks like a strong possibility. Now, let's flip to Manchester United. Their injury list looks pretty long, something we've definitely been tracking at Tipsmodo.
Yeah, it's quite extensive. Lozano Martinez with the knee, Amad Diallo, Aiden have both ankle issues. Johnny Evans has a back problem. They're all confirmed out.
That's 4 key players, more or less.
And then their doubts, Matthijs de Ligt, he picked up an ankle knock. Kobbie Mainoo's had a calf issue.
Oh, Manu too. He's been important.
He has. But the latest we have at Tipsmodo is that Mainoo's actually back in training now. So maybe he makes it. We'll have to see.
Okay, that's potentially huge for them if he's fit. What about Luke Shaw?
Shaw's back available after his injury layoff, which is good news for them. But our assessment at Tipsmodo suggests Patrick Dorgu might actually keep his spot at left wing back for this one.
Interesting. And Maguire?
Harry Maguire's fit and available, yeah.
Yeah.
So defensively, they have options despite the injuries.
And going forward, Mount played recently.
Yeah, Mason Mount could get more minutes. Alejandro Garnacho, well, he hasn't scored in a bit, but our projections at Tipsmodo suggest he'll likely keep his place out wide. He still offers that threat.
Right. And the big decision up front, is it Hodgland or Zirkzee?
That seems to be the main choice for Ruben Amorim, doesn't it? Hodgland offers that physical presence. Zirkzee may be something a bit different. It's a tough call.
So putting it all together for United, what's the Tipsmodo projection looking like? Onana in goal, obviously.
Yeah, Onana, then maybe a back three, Mazraoui, Maguire, Euro perhaps.
With wingbacks.
Yeah, Dalot on the right, Dorgu on the left, like you mentioned.
Okay. Midfield.
Could see Ugarte and Casemiro sitting deeper. Then Fernandes and Garnacho more advanced, playing off whoever starts up front, Hodgland or Zirkzee.
Right. That structure makes sense given their personnel and recent setups.
So just to kind of wrap up the overview for everyone listening, what we're seeing at Tipsmodo is this really interesting contrast. You've got Lyon flying high, confident at home against a Manchester United side that, okay, inconsistent domestically, but has this incredible knack for getting results in these Europa League first legs away from home.
Yeah. It really sets things up nicely. And this match, it feels huge for both clubs, doesn't it? For Lyon, it's a chance to, finally beat United and push on in Europe.
Absolutely. And for United, like we've said here at Tipsmodo, this feels like a massive part of salvaging their season and getting that Champions League spot. It's got silverware potential too, of course.
Definitely. We at Tipsmodo are certainly expecting a really compelling game, a proper quarterfinal clash.
Couldn't agree more. We tried to give you the key angles, the form, the team news, the history.
Right.
Everything we analyze at Tipsmodo for a game like this.
So now it's over to you. Hopefully, these insights from us at Tipsmodo help shape your thinking on this huge Lyon versus Manchester United match.
Yeah, plenty to consider.
And remember, for expert betting tips on this game and loads of others, you know where to go. Visit us at www.tipsmodo.co.ke.
That's www.tipsmodo.co.ke.
Before we go, maybe there's something to mull over. How much will that historical head-to-head, Lyon never beating United, actually influence the tactics on the night? It's something we at Tipsmodo are constantly weighing up to bring you the sharpest insights.